Hello butterflies and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I want to tell you a little story today. First, this is what I'm drinking. Hey, the colors look really good with this blouse. I didn't even know that was the reason I picked it, but it must have been. Today I'm drinking Jade Cloud Tea. So it is special grade of green tea produced at high elevation gardens of Hubei, China. A smooth and mellow cup with a sweet aroma and the slight flavor of roasted chestnuts. Yeah, sounds great. I'd love to know in the comments down below what kind of tea or hot beverage or cold beverage, what do you like to drink in the afternoon? Maybe it's just as simple as a big glass of water, which is great. Or maybe it's something a little bit fancier, like you have your own special matcha tea that you like to make. I don't know. Anyway, so I work at a rural public school here in the mountains, and I just have this little story to relate today. And maybe you have stories like this too, and maybe it's fun to share them, because I think when we share stories of real human connection and beauty, it draws us closer together, don't you think? I mean, it makes this world seem not quite so enormous, you know. Anyway, so in the mornings at this little elementary school, it's a K through 8 school, so we have, well, preschool. We have pre-K through 8th grade all in one school. Our county is small enough that we only have 3 K through 8 schools and 1 high school. And anyway, my job in the mornings at school is to be in the cafeteria to help the kids, you know, move through the breakfast line. I'll use a mop if I need to. If somebody has a spill, we wipe down the tables. We make sure that, you know, kids are finishing their breakfast and moving on to class and all those things. We just monitor. And this morning, as I was walking, you know, through the cafeteria, this little girl, this kindergartner, was coming toward me, and I knew her face, but I didn't know her name. I don't know her well. But I noticed she didn't look quite happy. She wasn't happy. She didn't look like she was crying, but you know how you look like you're just on the verge. And so she was headed up to take her tray and throw it away. And I just said, "Hi, are you okay?" And you know, she goes, "Mm-hmm," like that. So you know. And I said, "Are you sure?" And she goes, "Mm-hmm." I just got down on my knee and I said, "What's the matter, honey?" And she said, "I miss my sissy." You know? Oh, it almost made me want to cry. And I said, "Is your sister at school?" "Mm-hmm." And I said, "Is she littler than you, or is she a big girl?" And she said, "She's big." Okay, so we're getting somewhere. I said, "Do you know what grade she's in?" "She's in 7th grade." And I said, "Okay, all right. Do you want to walk down and see if we can find her, and then you can give her a hug? Will that make everything better, and then you can have a good day?" And she goes, "Mm-hmm." So I walked this little girl down to 7th grade, and we got a chance to chat along the way, and she kind of, you know, got past her tears a little bit, and I didn't know where her sister was. You know, 7th graders, first thing in the morning before class starts, they could be anywhere, talking to their friends, just cutting up, and anyway. So I asked, her name was Julie, which I guess is okay to say because there's no last names here and you don't know where I work. But so I got that much out of her. Got down in 7th grade hall and asked the custodian there, "Do you know where so-and-so is?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think she's in da-da-da, so-and-so room." So we went to the doorway, and the little girl says, "Sissy!" And her sister was literally sitting on the counter in the window in the back of the room with 3 or 4 of her friends chatting. And the look on her face was like, "What in the world?" And you know, with that age, sometimes it could be a look of, "Oh, here comes my annoying sibling, wonder what she wants." This girl was so kind and so loving. She came all the way out in the hall. She got down on one knee and looked her sister right in the eye, and she said, "What's the matter? What's going on?" And so they chatted for a couple of minutes, and the 7th grader gave her sister this big hug and kissed her on the cheek and kissed her on the other cheek, and she said a couple things in Spanish that I didn't understand, and the little girl's just nodding her head. And then she looked up at me and she said, "Is it okay if I get her a lollipop?" And I was like, "Yeah." So she went back in the classroom, came back with a lollipop, and off we went. And I said to her, to the little girl, I said, "Are you going to have a better day now?" And she said, "Yeah." And she was smiling. And I also said, "Okay, but this was a one-time thing. Like tomorrow you can give her a hug while she's still in the cafeteria, so we don't walk all the way down here. We're not going to do that every day." And she goes, "I know." Okay, but that's the best part. But then, so that was first thing this morning at like 7:30. At the end of the day at 2:45, because I leave work at 3, I was walking back to my office, and the same little kindergarten girl was coming up the hall by herself with her backpack, and we saw each other, and she just went, "Hi." And I said, "Hi, sweetie." And she just was so happy, and I said, "Did you have a great day?" And she goes, "Uh-huh, and now I'm signing out. I'm going home." I was like, "Great, see you tomorrow." And she just left, and I just felt like if I was at school today for no other reason but to be a part of allowing that little meetup to happen this morning, then I know that's the reason I was at school today. And it made my day, and I've cried about it 3 times already. And I don't care, because that is the stuff. That is the stuff. You've got to take stock in those teeny tiny little moments, because those are the things that add up over time and make the biggest differences. You know, what if I hadn't seen her face as she was leaving the cafeteria? What if she'd walked all the way down the hall to kindergarten crying because she missed her sister, and then she had like, it affected her whole day? And maybe it wouldn't have. Maybe she would have moved on and gotten over it. But I know from having been that age that I remember exactly what that feeling was like. And so if we can just be observant, look up from our phones and our computers, and I'm talking to myself here, and reach out to each other, look each other in the eye, give each other big smiles, mean it when we say, "I hope you have an amazing day." I mean, this world would just be so much brighter and more joyful for all of us. Yes, there are hard things, and we have to go through these hard things sometimes. But knowing that others are around us to go through those things with us, or to not know what we're going through, but still say something kind that makes a real difference, especially if we're handling something hard, especially if people don't even know what it is we're handling. Those are the big differences. Anyway, I know I'm rambling a little bit today. I wanted to share that story with you because you do make a difference. You are beautiful. You are enough. You are enough just the way that you are. And if you wish to change something about yourself, if you wish to put more nutritious food in your body, if you wish to take sugar out of your diet, if you wish to move more, if you wish to make a commitment to this course that you've been really wanting to take, or if you wish to learn how to do pottery, or if you wish to change the color of your hair just for fun, I need a haircut, and anyway, then first, before you do any of that, accept yourself as you already are, because that is the most important thing to do in order to then have a beautiful foundation, an authentic place from which to grow and expand and change and fly and figure out what makes you come alive. And then when you figure that out, you will just continue to grow and change and flourish and be amazing, more amazing every day. But knowing how amazing you are right now is where you have to start. That's all. Anyway, be kind to someone today. Don't underestimate the smile that you can give, or that teeny tiny little thing that you can do for somebody else. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you like this video, I hope you'll do that thumbs up thing and subscribe. Cheers. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.